Today's our topic is flashback. Topic name is flashback. Okay. So what is the use of this flashback and what are the features this flashback is going to provide us? Today we will be going to discuss in detail about this flashback topic. Okay. See here in the name itself, it was flashback. So today's topic name is flashback. Okay. So what does it will allow us to do? Okay, flashback allow us to go back to the time in the past. Flashback is a, it's like a flashback is a time machine. Flashback is a time machine which is fixed in Oracle kernel, which allows us to go back in the time, in the past. Okay, means going back to the time in the past. Okay, so within flashback we have again different features are there. Okay, so initially, okay, flashback got introduced in the version of 9i. So in 9i, this flashback got introduced. In 9i, we used to have only one option in 9i. That what is that single option? That is flashback query. Flashback query. Then later in next release, that is in 10G, Oracle added one more feature within this flashback. Okay, that is flashback table. As well as within 10G only, they have added one more feature, that is flashback database. Okay. Then later on from the 11G release one, Oracle added one more latest feature within the flashback, that is flashback archive. Okay. So let me start with flashback query. This is the very first option, flashback query. So I will be going to start with flashback query. So this flashback query introduced in which version? 9.9. Okay. See here, normally flashback means going back to the time in the past. Okay, but here I will be talking about flashback query. Okay, normally what is query? What is query means it's like a select query. Normally select query will be going to give the output of the current data. For example, here I have a table. So this is my EMP table. If I'm going to write like this, select star from EMP means what it will be going to display me, what exactly I'm going to get in the output, whatever rows we have, whatever records we have right now, whatever records we have in the EMP table, we are going to get all those records in the output. That will be called as a select query. But here I am not talking about the select query. I am talking here about flashback query. So for example, right now, what is the time? So it was 29th July 2022 and the time is 8:50, sharp 8:50 p.m. Okay, IST. So here select query means select star from EMP. When did I have written this query? 29 July 2022, 8:50 p.m. sharp. Okay, in 8:50 p.m. right now, whatever the data has been there in the EMP table, all those records we are going to get. That is called select query. Hope everyone aware of this thing. Okay, now what is exactly called flashback query? Okay, what is exactly called flashback query? Flashback query means what does it mean? Flashback query means we don't want the current data. We are not interested in the current data. We are interested in previous data. Okay, in flashback query you have to mention the time interval. You have to mention some time interval. Okay, so that means we are not interested in the current data. We are interested in data of previous data of this EMP table. So we have to write like this. Okay, for example, here like this. So we want the data of 26, for example, 29th of July. Okay. For example, it will be for example 8:30. So right now the time will be right now 8:50. Okay, if 8:50 I'm going to write the select statement, it will be going to show you the current data. Okay, but see here flashback query I will be going to write like this: select stop from EMP as of timestamp. Okay, as of timestamp to timestamp. So this is the time interval you have given. Okay, so that means, so it current data will be not, we are not interested, we don't want the current data. I want the data of the EMP table as of this 8:30 p.m. means previous 15 minutes back. Okay, previous 20 minutes back. Right now it was 8:50. Okay, 20 minutes back means it was 8:30. So we want the data of EMP table as of 8:30. Okay, so that's called flashback query. Okay, so previous data means we want previous data. 8:30 means it's a previous data. Okay, from where it will get, we will get this data from, we will get this data from undo table space. From where? From undo table space. From undo, from undo table space. So it is an interview question that what is the underlying mechanism for flashback query? Means from where exactly it will be getting us the data of data as of previous time. That means you have to answer like that. It will be going to get the previous data from the undo table space. Okay, so we can use this flashback query only for 15 minutes back data only we can able to see, not like 1 day back data, 2 days back data, like that. Okay, okay, that's too depends on undo retention. So for example, in your data, in your production server, in your production database, how long you have kept the undo retention? For example, you have kept for 1 hour. So up to 1 hour you can check, you can run this flashback query. Okay, so beyond 1 hour back you can't go. Okay, so that's too, okay, it depends on what is your undo retention has been kept. So by default in every database, undo retention has been set for how much, for how undo retention has been set for 15 minutes. 15 minutes means it was 900 seconds. Okay, so after that 15 minutes you can't do the flashback. Okay, even after commit, for example, see here, you have deleted few rows, you have deleted few rows. Okay, right now you have deleted few rows and you have given commit also. Okay, so that previous data will be still there in undo table space even after commit. See here, here I have mentioned you, even in the architecture also I have mentioned you. See here, for example, now one employee's salary is there, it was 15,000. Okay, earlier it was 1500. Okay, we have updated it to 15,000. Okay, now after that we have committed also. Now see here, update EMP set salary is equals to 2000, where employee number is equals to Scott. That means earlier his salary is 15,000. Okay, I have updated it to 2000 rupees. Okay, now I will be checking, it was showing as okay, it was 20,000. Okay, I have updated it to 20,000. Now I will be checking here in the output, I got it as 20,000. Okay, so after that I have given the commit. That means once you update, this previous value will goes to here. Now see here, 15,000 has been went to where? Undo table space. Under undo table space, what is the status? It is active. After commit, the value of this 15,000 has been become unexpired. So this unexpired value will be there in undo table space up to what interval? Up to undo retention. Okay, even after commit, why Oracle will be keeping this value in the undo table space? Means the answer is for flashback purpose. For flashback purpose, even after commit, we can get back the data with the help of flashback option. Okay, flashback option, but the restriction is that up to undo retention only. After undo retention, it will be become the part of expired. Once it become the expired, okay, the data will be flushed out from the database. Even after commit, it will be there under undo table space. Up to what duration? Up to undo retention. After undo retention, directly it will be flushed out from the database. That's called flashback query. See, a very simple flashback query means मुझे करंट डेटा नहीं देखना है, मेरे को प्रीवियस टाइम का डेटा देखना है, बस उसी को बोलते फ्लैशबैक क्वेरी. ओके, नाउ फॉर एग्जांपल current data, it will be showing you, for example, 10 records. Current data, it will be showing you current 10 records. Okay, when you are checking the data of the EMP table as of 15 minutes back, it was showing you 14 records. Okay, so you want those data. Okay, you want those 14 records right now. Then you can push the entire table to that previous time. That's called flashback table. Here flashback query means just checking the data. Okay, checking the data. Okay, flashback table means pushing back to the table to the previous time, pushing back to the table to the previous time. That's called flashback table. Okay, the underlying mechanism for this flashback table and this flashback query is undo table space, so we can use this flashback table and flashback query up to undo retention only. After undo retention, this will be not going to work. Up to undo retention, up to undo retention. Okay, so from 10G itself, Oracle came up with another feature, that is flashback database. Okay, so for flashback database, we don't need to depend on undo table space. So this flashback database is somewhat a different concept compared with flashback query and flashback table. See here, by default, every production database will be, by default means at the time of database creation, the database will be created with flashback database feature will be, by default it will be disabled. This feature by default it will be disabled. This feature by default it will be disabled. By default it will be, this feature by default it will be disabled. Okay, if you want to use this feature, flashback database feature, manually you have to enable this feature. What you have to do, from disable to you have to make it to enable. What you have to do, you have to make it enable. Okay, enable. So to make it enable, okay, to make it flashback database feature enable, first you have to make sure that here your database is running with FRA. In case if your database is not running with FRA, then you can't able to enable this flashback database. If someone is going to ask you, is there any prerequisite to enable the flashback database feature? So you have to say yes, the prerequisite is that we have to make sure that a database has been running with the FRA. Then only we can enable the database with flashback database feature. So now the thing is that what happened when we enable this flashback database feature? The moment once you enable this flashback database feature, okay, what happened? Whatever the changes happen to your database, okay, every DDL and every DML, every DDL as well as every DML, okay, whenever you perform the DDL and DML in your database, after flashback database feature enable, will be get it recorded, where it will get it recorded under FRA. It will get it recorded where? Under FRA. Okay, it will be get it recorded under FRA as a flash logs, What is exactly this? Flash logs, LOGS logs. Flash log means every change happened to a database after flashback database feature will be get it recorded under FRA in a form of a flash logs. Okay, in a form of a flash logs. By default, the validity for this flash logs will be for 30 days. By default, the validity for this flash logs is for 30 days. After 30 days, these flash flags will get overwritten. Means up to 30 days, we can push back the database to the previous time. For example, today it was 29 June. Okay. For example, July 15, something went wrong in my database. Logical correction. For example, some new data DBA by mistake has been deleted 2-3 table spaces. Table spaces deleted means their data files also deleted. Data files deleted means multiple users deleted. Not data file, okay, not physical damage, logical damage. Logical damage means, for example, he has deleted multiple tables. For example, he deleted the multiple tables by mistake, okay, and accidentally has given the commit, okay, and it was flash undo retention also has been passed, okay. Undo retention has been also completed. Now you have realized that some serious logical correction happened in the database. Due to that issue, we have lost lot of data, okay. In case if your database was running with the flashback, okay, so then we can push back. For example, 29 July everything is fine. For example, we don't know when it happened, but we have realized today, okay, 29, you are sure that absolutely fine everything, okay. Let's push back the database to the 25th, 29th. So after 29th to till now, whatever changes happen, all the changes will get rolled back. Means whatever deleted data you will be going to get. But here drawback is that, benefit is that we will be going to get deleted data, okay, but whatever after that time, whatever inserted, that will be rolled back, okay. So how Oracle engine will keep that information, what changes happen, okay, with the help of these flash logs, okay. But the thing is that here, if you enable the flashback database feature, okay, it will be extra burden to your database. Extra burden means extra load to your database. How it will be the extra load means, anyhow for every change, Oracle engine will be generating redo, okay. For every change means, for every DDL and DML, Oracle will be keep on generating the redo in the redo buffer. From there it will go to the online redo log files. From the online redo log files, it will go to the archive redo log files, okay. Now the moment when you enable this flashback database feature, apart from the archive redo log file, it has to generate the flash logs, the similar data under flash logs, as well as under archive redo, under redo entries. We will be going to have the same data, means who has did what he has been did, at what time he has been did. That information will be there under redo entry, as well as under flash log, okay. But the reason behind Oracle introduced this concept flashback database is that, okay, we can flashback up to days, okay. Flashback table and flashback query will be up to undo retention only, okay. So this is very small topic, okay, and very interesting topic, okay. Let's move on to the practical. So while showing the practical, I will explain you more, okay. Now let's connect to my production database. So first log in, let me log into my Linux machine, the root, and my password is Red Hat. Switch user Oracle. So cat/etc/ora-tab to check how many databases do I have. Okay, overall 2 databases I have. So I will always use the prod database, okay, for practical purpose. So I will be going to export this database export Oracle underscore SID is equals to SID means system identifier. Here we have to give the instance name. So anyhow, at the time of database creation, I will be giving the instance name and database name will be same. So even in real time also more, we will be going to do the same name, but we have the option that we can change the instance name while creating the database. So here I will be starting my instance with the help of a command called startup. So it will be in startup. What will be happen, as you are everyone is aware, first it will go to the no mode stage. For that it will read the parameter file, then it open one log file that is called alert log file. Okay, so it is very most important thing as a DBA. Every day, every time you have to keep on monitor the alert log file. So everything will be get it recorded in the alert log file. When did the instance started? When did the instance went down? Okay, what are the major things happening to your database? Everything. For example, if you enable the flashback database feature, it will get recorded over there. So for example, I will be the senior DBA. I have the bunch of junior DBAs in under me. Okay, then what I will be going to do for production database, I will monitor the alert log file. If any junior DBA does any major thing on the database, immediately it will record it under alert log file. That's the reason we have to keep on monitor. So everything will be, we will be going to aware what is exactly happening. So how we will be going to monitor the production databases through alert log file. So now here my database got started. Let's connect to Scott user. It's connected. So I will be clearing my screen. Now select star from tab. Select star from tab to check how many tables do I have. So overall 4 tables and 1 view is there. Now let me select the data. Select star from EMP. Select star from EMP. So overall how many records I have? 14 records. Set line size. Line size 200. So these are the 14 records under EMP table. Okay. Select star from EMP. So overall, how many records do I have? So overall, I have 14 records are there. Okay. So what is the system time right now? So this is the command to check the system time. So 9 p.m. 9 right now the system time is 9 p.m. Under EMP, how many rows are there? 14 rows is there. Now delete from EMP. Okay, delete from EMP. Okay, deleted. As well as I have given commit also. Okay, commit also. Now here select star from EMP. So this is called select statement. Select star from EMP is called a select statement. Nothing is there. Okay, now I want to check, okay, data of the EMP table as of this time. As of this time. Okay, how to check? See, very easy query. Flashback query, flashback table, flashback query. It's not like this. Select star from EMP as of timestamp. Like that we have to do. Okay, select star from EMP as of timestamp 2 underscore timestamp. Okay, give this time, then close the bracket and open new bracket. In which format you are using that time? Let's give this format. See here, I will be getting this entire data. Okay, so what right now we have, we are not interested. We want data of the EMP table as of this time. Okay, so what we required, we are getting that data. Okay, so if we want this data permanently, then I have to push the table to this time. Okay, okay, now this is the flashback table. Now I will be showing you the flash. This is a flashback query. This is flashback query. Now I will be going to show you the flashback table. Flashback table means pushing this EMP table, okay, to this time. So how it will be enabled? For that, first you have to enable the row movement for this EMP table. Alter table EMP, alter table EMP enable row movement. Now let's do the flashback for this table. So how can we do the flashback? This is the query. So even query is also easy. See a flashback table name 2 timestamp 2 underscore timestamp. So here let's give this time. That's all. See here table, the entire EMP table will be pushing to this time. Okay. Now here select stop from EMP. Now no need to write flashback query. Just select query is enough now. Select stop from EMP. So permanently this 14 rows has been, we have got it. From where we have got it, this 14 rows from the undo table space. So after deleted, so up to how long we can flash back? Only up to undo retention. Okay. After undo retention, we can't flash back. Okay. So right now we have completed flashback query as well as flashback table. Okay. So now I will be going to show you the flashback database feature. Okay. So by default, flashback database feature will be disabled. How to check whether flashback database feature has been enabled or not? Okay. With the help of described DB and V dollar database. From here we can check V dollar database. Connect to sysuser. Here describe V dollar database. Here we have one column flashback on. So from that column we can able to check. Here flashback on. Select flashback underscore on from V dollar database. So by default it will be in disable mode. So how to enable alter database? Before that we have to make sure FRA is running. FRA has been configured. How to check whether FRA has been enabled or not? Show parameter DB underscore recovery. So anyhow my FRA is also enabled. Okay. Now let me enable this flashback database feature. Alter database flashback space on. That's all. From now onwards, if you perform any DDL or DML, any DDL or DML, that will be get it recorded. Okay, from now onwards. Okay. Now, for example, let's connect to the Scott user. Okay. Now, what I will be going to do? So you select count star from DB underscore users. Means I will be checking how many users do I have. Okay. Overall 34 users are there. For example, okay. So what is the system name? System time. So how to check the system time? So this is the command. So to check the system time, this is the command. Okay. So in this time, under my prod database, how many users are there here? DBA users. Select count star from DBA users. How many users? 34 users is there. Select username from all underscore users. So overall, how many users I have? 34 users. Okay, this is the query. Okay, 34 users. At what time? This time. This time, how many users do we have? 34 users. So for example, I will be going to drop few users. Drop user, username cascade. U for cascade. So I will be deleted 2 users. Okay, now how many users will be there right now? Earlier it was 34, 2 users have dropped. It might now it will be 32 users. Okay, now I want data as of this time. I want data as of this time. Okay, then I can push back the entire database to this time. Okay, so to push back the database to the previous time, to push back the entire database to the previous time, you have to make sure that your instance is in mount stage. From mount stage only we can use flashback database. Flashback database means going back to the previous time. It will be possible only from the mount stage. For flashback query, flashback table, it will be not like that. Anytime you can file. Okay, it doesn't require the downtime. But for the flashback database, it requires the downtime because right now your database is in open state. You have to go one step back. Mount stage means you have to shut down, then only you can able to go to the mount stage. So anyhow, mount stage is also a offline. Okay. Now here you have to shut down the instance. Then we have to start the instance in which state? Mount state. Then only I can flash back the database. Now start up mount. Start up mount. So once it gets started in the mount state, okay, so then I can push back the database to the previous time. See, a very simple commands. Okay, flashback database to timestamp, and the timestamp you have to give, that's all. So in which format I will be using, so that format also you have to give. That's all. So my database, flashback database, will be going to this type. Okay, now the thing is that now if you try to start up, okay, now see here, now just give normal startup, your database won't get started. Okay, now it's called as incomplete recovery. Now it is called it as incomplete recovery. For incomplete recovery, as I told you in the RMN, we have to open database with flash, we have to open the database with reset log mode. Once we enable the database with the reset log mode, all previous backups, RMN backups will become invalid. Archelog sequence will start from the sequence number 1. Okay, it was highly recommended to take the fresh database backup through RMN. And the last and most important thing is that, okay, whatever the flash logs has been generated till now, those will be useless, those will be invalid. Okay, from after reset logs, whatever the flash logs will generate, that will be okay. Before reset logs, whatever the flash logs is there, those will be those will be invalid. Okay, so you have to be very careful that you whatever the preferable data you want, for what purpose you have did flashback, whether you got that data or not. Okay, to verify that data you have to open the instance. If you want to open, you have to open with reset logs. Once you open with the reset log again, after flashback, for example, client was saying you to go back the entire database to 20 minutes back. You went that. Okay, after that you have opened the database with reset log. Now he was saying that not 20 minutes, we have to go for 25 minutes back. For example, now you can't use, okay, after alter database or after open with reset logs, though whatever the flash logs was invalid. So what we have to do, instead of normal startup, we have to give startup we have to start the instance in read only mode. Okay, startup read only mode. Okay, so how to start the database in read only mode, I will be going to show you here. So first go to startup mount, okay, then alter database open read only you have to give. Now I will give you alter database normal from mount we from mount stage to go open stage. The command is alter database open. It will be not going to work now. See here, alter database open. It will throw an error that to open the database with reset logs option. So in that case, what I can do, alter database open read only. So open read only means only select statements can work, not any no DMLs and no DDLs except select. Okay. So in case if you are going to open the database in the read only mode, only selects will run. Okay. So with the help of the select statement, check that whatever your preferable data is there, you have got it or not. If you have not got, okay, then more back means for example previously I have went to this time, okay, means 9:15, go to the 9:10, go to the 9 p.m, otherwise go to the 8:50 p.m. Okay. Whenever client says that, oh, exactly what I was looking for, I got that data. When client say that, just ask him, okay, whatever preferable data, what data you are looking, you got it right now. Okay, yes. When client say yes, can you give me on the top of the email that, okay, I can open the database now. Once I open, I have to open with reset logs. Once I open the database with reset log, if you ask me to go back again, now I can't go back because whatever underlying mechanism for flashback database, that is flash logs, will be going to become invalid. You have to take the approval on the mail. Okay, then you have to open the database with read write mode. Okay, through reset logs. Now shut down again. Now startup mount. After mount, alter database open reset logs. Alter database open reset logs. And this is also an interview question that, okay, on what are the scenarios we have to open the instance with the reset log mode. Okay, so there are only three reasons: loss of control file, loss of redo log file, when we use the flashback database. Okay, in these three scenarios only we have to open the database with reset logs. Otherwise it never asks you to open the reset logs. At that time cloning also we have to open with reset logs. Okay. Now go and check, select username from all underscore users. See here 34. Earlier we have only 32. Initially we have 34, then we have deleted, then I have pushed back my database to previous time. Okay, when we have what time I have pushed back my database, when I have the 34 rows. Okay, even if you don't have the data, okay, there are different mechanisms is there. We have to find out the time also. Okay. So apart from that, here we have some small things also, how to create the restore point on the table. Okay. So what is this restore point means? For example, sometimes what happen at the in real time, let me tell you my scenario. At the month end, okay, we will be going to get the very huge data into some important tables. Okay, so you are not in the good state that you are not, end user was very doubtful that we might get this time wrong data also, but we have to check and we will verify that after data will be received. Sometimes this type of scenarios will come. Okay, so today we will be going to get the huge data from end users. Okay, but we have to verify, sometimes logical wrong data will also going to become. So if you have the any doubts like this, if you have any concerns like this, okay, better you can create the restore point on the table. Okay, if everything absolute data you will be going to get, then no worries. Okay, if something goes wrong on the table, okay, with the help of restore point you can push back the table to that previous time. Okay, so very simple concept. Okay, so here I have mentioned all the steps. Okay, Yes, here how to create the restore point and how to restore the database using the restore point. Okay, with the help of this restore point also we can push back the entire database. Okay, so for example, so you are not aware that end users, someone manager is saying that tomorrow we will be going to get the huge data. Okay, after that end user, after getting the huge data, end user will check and verify. Okay, is there any corrections in the data or not? Okay, if you get this type of requirement, better you can create the restore point. Okay, if users say that okay something went wrong, wrong data has been came, if you have the restore point in that time, okay, very simple, okay, go back to the previous time. Otherwise entire we have to shut down. Okay, we have to drop the database with the backups, we have to go back to that time, restore, recovery, lot of steps will get it involved. Okay, so better in this type of scenarios we can go with the restore point or with the flashback database like that. Okay, so these are also very simple steps. Okay, I have mentioned here, you just go through it. Okay, so how to create the restore point for a table, if you want I can show that one. Okay, so very simple. Okay, how to restore a table using restore point. Okay, so first let me create one restore point here. So connect Scott/tiger. So on the EMP table, I have created the restore point. Insufficient privilege. Okay, let's connect to the sys user. Restore point has been created. Now connect to the Scott user. Okay. Now check the current. Check the system time. Okay, to check the system time, this is the query. I was in under which user? Scott user. Okay, Scott user. Here I have created the restore point from sys user. Okay, from sys user I have connected to Scott user. Okay, now what is the select star from EMP where employee number is equals to 7369. Okay, now here what I will be giving, so I have to make it salary into 2. By mistake I have did it into 10. Okay, now see here, first let's check here. So HR told me to make the salary of this employee into double, into 2 means 1600. By mistake what I have given, by mistake I have given into 10. Now see here, and I have given commit also. Now check here. So into 10 it will be showing as 8000. It should be 1600. Into 2 I have to do it. By mistake I have did it. Okay, but anyhow I have the restore point. Okay, with the help of the restore point I can push back this table to the previous time. Okay, very simple command. Okay, like this I can use. Connect to the sysdba. Connect to the sysdba. Connect to the sysdba. Very simple command. After this, connect to the Scott user and check. Now go and check here. So you will have got it to 800 only. Okay, from 8000 to 800 only. So here that is flash restore point. Okay, so that's enough for today. Okay, tomorrow we will continue with the patching activity. Okay, it is a most important topic for interview perspective. Okay?